Everyone, so what 7 a.m. hit this morning? I'm sorry, 7 a.m. sweat this morning. Today's workout, we have three EMOMs. So we've got three movements in each EMOM, and we're going to repeat them for 3 rounds. I'll go through each EMOM. Since this is a recording, I'll work from top to bottom. I'll go through the warm-up, demonstrate the warm-up and the exercises, do one round of it myself so you can follow along, move on to EMOM 1, EMOM 2, EMOM 3, and then I have a bit of a finisher plan for you guys as a little bit of a challenge and to burn you guys out so you can leave everything you have in this workout. Alrighty, so warm-up today is 3 rounds of 40 star jumps, 20 get-ups, 10 mountain climbers, and 5 walkouts. So quite a long warm up this morning. Really want to get you warmed up. There is some explosive or powerful movements in here, like the squat jumps, the lunge jumps, and some plank jacks. Just making sure we're nice and warmed up. So I'll go through the 4 movements: get ups, star jumps, get ups, mountain climbers, and walkouts. Alrighty, our star jump. Going out like a star, nice and quick. Then we have our get ups. So get ups for a half burpee. Go from here, standing nice and tall, to going out. Where's mountain climbers? Sorry. Nice and tall, legs out, up. So plank, fully standing. And mountain climbers, one plank position. From here, bracing our core, nice body alignment, bringing our knees into our chest, but nice and quick. All right, try to keep our hips nice and low and in line with our body. And last one out, we've got walk out. So sitting nice and tall, really going down to your toes and walking out for plank. Making sure we're walking out to a full plank, full extension, really feeling that stretch in the back of our legs as we're walking out. Alrighty, I'll quickly go through one round of that. So we've got 40 star jumps, 20 up downs, 10 mountain climbers, and then 5 walkouts. Alrighty, so that's warm up done. So we get straight into EMOM 1. The all 9-minute EMOMs, 3 rounds of 3 movements. The first 3 movements, we have squat jumps. We have 20 squat jumps, 20 crunches, and then 20 push-ups. So squat jumps, squatting down, nice and supposed to jump up continuously without crunches. For anyone that doesn't know the difference between a crunch and a sit-up, a crunch essentially, in long story short, you just don't go up as far. You just crunch, keeping tension on your core. Very small movement, inch by inch, moving up inch by inch in that very small movement pattern. Whereas a sit-up, you're sitting fully up. And then we've got 20 push-ups, trying to get our chest to the ground. Okay, so anyone that doesn't know what EMOM means, on every minute you do 20 squats. Next minute you do 20 crunches. Next minute you do 20 push-ups, and you repeat that for 9 minutes. Every minute on the minute. Cool. All right, so I'll go through the movements and then I'll do 1 round. All right, sitting up for a good squat, we want our feet slightly pointing out and at just outside or in line with our hip width. Just like sitting in a chair with our good posture, so sitting our shoulders back, chest forward, send our hips back, like so. For squat jumps, we're going to repeatedly jump up on each up phase of the squat. Just like that, okay? All right, up next, we have our crunches. So you're sitting, my knees bent, back nice and flat on the ground. Try to get ready by setting your core first. So tilt your hips forward, sit back nice and flat on the ground. The hands are behind your ears, just the support. I don't want to see you pulling up at your head. Just there for support. From here, crunch up and then back down. So keeping the tension on your core the entire time. As you can see, I'm not going that far up. Slowly, inch by inch, bring your torso up while you're crunching into your core. Alrighty, and last movement, we have our push-ups. So you can do these on your toes and hands, or your knees and hands. Alrighty, so we're sitting up in a high plank position, bending at our elbows and our chest to the ground. That means what I often see is people trying to go like straight down in a horizontal line, vertical line. But that's not really the case in a push-up. So push down on the slant. You're pushing down on the slant. Not pushing down, you're pressing down on the slant. So high plank position, your hands set in line with your chest, pressing down, pushing up, pressing down, pushing up. Same thing if you're on your knees. Alrighty, now stop the watch. Every minute on the minute, on the first minute, you got 20 squat jumps, second minute, 20 crunches, third minute, 20 push-ups. Alright, so once you've done 20 reps, the rest of the time is rest. All right, and finally into our push-ups. Alrighty, that's EMOM 1 done. All right, looking at set 2, EMOM 2. Movements are 12 lunge jumps in total, so 6 each side, 20 glute bridges, and then 15 alternating V-ups. Right, let's get into these demos. Remember, you're repeating each of the 3 movements 3 times to make 9 minutes of work per set. All right, sitting up for a good lunge. You don't have your hands anywhere, but avoid having them like on your legs, pushing up to help you up. Your place is just have it on your hips from here. Well, because we're jumping, we don't have to step forward, but just looking at a good squat. Then bring the back knee to the ground. Try to keep this shin nice and straight. Try to keep a good posture, shoulders back, the entirety of this movement. Okay, so that's the shape. That's how I want you to set up for a squat. I'm sorry, lunge. But because we're jumping, I'll demonstrate what that looks like now. Go into a lunge, jump up and switch legs at the top of the movement. All right, so we've got 12 in total of those. And then we've got glute bridges. For these, you're going to try to bring your heels as close to your bottom as you can. Sitting up by laying back. From here to your hips forward, so your back's starting flat. And then push up, squeezing out the movement and back down. We're going to try to push your knees out, acting like against the resistance of the air as you go up as well. All right, so you've got 20 of those. And the last movement, we have alternating V-ups. There's two different ways you can do this. One way is very challenging, second way, still challenging, but just not as challenging as the second option. So let's start with option 1. You start in a hollow position, up touching your toes. So in that variation, your feet don't touch the ground at all, and neither do your shoulders. Find that a little bit challenging. You can go into this position here, but you can keep your feet on the ground, shoulders on the ground, and then just push up, using that leg to help you get up. Alrighty, and you have 15 of those. Alrighty, so I'm gonna get into 15 in total as well. To work out. All right. All right, that's AMOM 2 done. Last one. Again, you've got another 2 rounds of those 3 movements. Alrighty, round. Sorry. All right, AMOM 3. It wants to pop up. We have plank jacks, leg raises, and then commandos before we got our finisher. So we've got 20 plank jacks, 20 leg raises, double leg raises, and then 15 commandos. Alrighty. All right, so plank jacks from a high plank, you plank our feet, jack our feet out, bring them back in. So go from wide stance to narrow stance. That's it, try to keep the weight shifted forward, having your shoulders in line with your wrists. We've got our double leg raise. To make this movement easier, place your hands under your hips, otherwise place them anywhere but under your hips. Me sitting up, nice flat back on the ground. Here, raising your legs up, bringing them back down. Really control this movement. Only trying to keep them off the ground. And the last movement, we've got commandos, again, starting in a high plank, and we're trying to move into that low plank. So alternating arms. Each time you go up, down, down to up. All right, with this, avoid trying like over rotating your hips. Really brace that core and keep it steady. All right, so we've got 20 plank jacks. I'm going to change it to 15 leg raises. Only because if you do them really controlled, you won't get them done in a minute. So aim between 15 and 20, and then 15 of the commandos in total. All right, last bit of the workout is just a bit of a challenge, a bit of a finisher. Got 3 movements, each of them you're doing for 60 seconds. And after that, you're done. So you've got 60 seconds of high knees, then 60 seconds of butt kicks, and then 60 seconds of burpees. I'll demonstrate each of the movements, but I won't be doing the challenge myself. The aim of this is try to get as many reps as you can in the time allocated, which is 60 seconds. So I'll demonstrate high knees, butt kicks, and burpees. So 60 seconds each, take 15, 30 seconds rest between each 60 seconds. All right, high knees, you're sitting up to tall from here. Just try to get your knees into your chest as continuously, touching the ground nice and quick. All right, butt kicks, same standing position. This time, trying to get our heels to our bottom. Again, nice and quick off that ground. Last movement, you've got burpees, standing nice and tall. Getting your chest all the way to the ground, tucking back up, jumping up. You can also add in a push-up if you're up for a challenge, rather than doing chest to ground. Alrighty, so that's a nice quick finisher, 60 seconds of each movement. Really burn yourself out. Alrighty, so that's this morning's workout. Hope you all enjoy it. See you throughout this week.